Hi friends, in this video I'm going to explain you about the characteristics of periods and groups or trends in the modern periodic table. So what are the characteristics? We are going to learn about valence electrons, valency, atomic size and metallic character. First we shall see what is valence electron, children. What is a valence electron? The valence electrons are the electrons in the outer shell that bonds with the other atoms. For example, if you can take boron, children. Boron atomic number is 5. If you can take boron atomic number 5, when you write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. So outermost shell 3 electrons are present. These 3 electrons only we call them as valence electrons. What happens to these valence electrons when you move from left to right in a period, children? In a period, what happens to the valence electrons? The number of valence electrons in the elements increases, children. For example, you can take, if you take sodium, children, sodium atomic number is 11. If you take, write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So in the outermost shell you find one valence electron. If you take magnesium, children, magnesium atomic number is 12, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So in the outermost shell 2 electrons are present. Like that, if you see the valence electrons across the period, the valence electrons goes on increasing. The number of valence electrons increases. As we move across the period, the number of valence electrons changes. See 1, 2, 3, it goes on changing. But the number of inner electrons does not. Therefore, the effective nuclear charge increases, causing the valence electrons to pull inward. Because of the effective nuclear charge, the increase in nuclear charge causes the valence electrons to pull inward. Therefore, you can see there is increase in the valence electrons from left to right. What happens to the valence electrons when you move down the group, children? What happens to the valence electrons when you move down the group? So here the valence electrons remain the same, children. When you move down the group, the valence electrons remain the same. For example, if you take lithium, children, lithium atomic number is 3. So if you write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. And if you take sodium, children, sodium atomic number is 11. If you write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So 1 electron. So the number of valence electrons will be the same. If you take potassium, children, atomic number 19, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d4s1. 18 and 19. So you can see the number of valence electrons are the same when you move down the group. In the same way, if you see the second group elements, children, the number of valence electrons will be 2. And if you see the 13th group elements, the number of valences will be 3. 14th group elements, number of valence will be 4. 15th, 5. 16th, 6. 17th, 7. 18th will be 8 electrons, children. So thus elements in a group show similar chemical properties. You all understood, children? The valence electrons in each group are similar. Therefore, these elements have similar chemical properties. So each group will exhibit similar chemical properties. The next characteristic of the periodic table is valency, children. What is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of the atom to form molecules either with same or different elements, children. You all understood, children? Valence is the combining capacity of the atom to form molecules either with same or different elements. For example, children, sodium, if you take sodium atomic number is 11. If you write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So sodium has one valence electron. in the outermost shell and which can donate. So we call this as valence electron, or we call it as valency. The sodium valency is 1 because this one electron can be shared the other atoms to form molecules or compounds. Now what happens to the valency when you move from left to right in a period, children? When you move from left to right, what happens to the valency? The valency of the elements increases when you move from left to right and then decreases to 0. How? Now for example, we can take for example sodium. If you can take sodium, atomic number is 11. If you write the electronic configuration is 1, children, and like that if you can from left to right. So if you can take magnesium I told you 12, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3, s2. So 2 electrons. And if you can take aluminium has got atomic number is 3, 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3s2, 3p, 1. And if you can take silicon, children, silicon atomic number is 14, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2, 4 electrons. Children, you have to see sodium has got 1 electron and this 1 electron can be donated. Metals have the tendency to donate electrons. Magnesium is a metal, 2 electrons. The 2 valence electrons can be donated. Aluminum will donate 3 electrons. If you come to silicon, children, silicon is a metalloid. It has the property of both metals and non-metals. Then phosphorus, if you write, phosphorus atomic number is 15, children. And if you write the electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Children, you have to remember phosphorus is a non-metal, children. So non-metals gain electrons. So in order to attain octant electronic configuration, phosphorus is still in need of 3 electrons. So this 3 will become the valency of phosphorus. So you have seen sodium has got 1 valence electron, magnesium 2, aluminum 3, silicon 4 and phosphorus is 3, like that. And sulfur, you will have 2 electrons, chlorine 1 and argon, it has no valence electrons, 0 valence electrons. So what happens when to the valency when you move from left to right? The valency of the elements increases 1 to 4 and then falls down or decreases to 0. You all understood, children? So the valency across the period increases to 1 to 4 and decreases from 3 to 0. What happens to the valency when you move from top to bottom in a group, children? When you move down in a group, what happens to the valency? The valency will remain the same, children. We'll see how the valency will remain same. For example, you can take lithium, children. Lithium atomic number is 3. 1s2, 2s1 to 2s1. And if you write sodium 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So you can see 1 valence electrons. So the first group elements will have 1 valence electron. Second group elements will have 2 valence electrons. 13th group elements will have 3 valence electrons. 14th will have 4 valence electrons. So and so on. That's how the elements in the group have the same valency. Children, now we discuss how to find the group number of an element in the periodic table. For example, if I give you sodium, children, and ask you to find out to which group it belongs to. So sodium atomic number is 11. We shall discuss now how to place the elements or how to find to which group the element belongs to. 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3s1. So you can see here 1 electron is found in the outermost shell, therefore it belongs to first group, children. And like that, if you can take Magnesium children, magnesium atomic number is 12, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So it is having 2 electrons in the outermost shell, therefore it belongs to second group. Got it children? Now aluminum, if you write Al, atomic number is 13, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, because S shell is capable of carrying maximum 2 electrons, and then 3p1. Look here children, you may think that it has got 3 electrons in the outermost shell, so it belongs to third group. Wrong children. So you have to remember or note here children, the group of number of elements having more than 2 valence electrons is equal to the number of valence electrons plus 10. More than 2 valence electrons are there, you have to add plus 10 children. So 3 plus 10, 13. So it belongs to, aluminum belongs to 13th group. You got it children? Like that you can try out with chlorine children. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So you have to write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5 children. So 17 electrons. So according to you, it has 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So you place it in the 7th group. No children, it is wrong. You have to add plus 10 electrons. I told you more than 2 valence electrons are there. You have to add 10 electrons. So 7 plus 10, 17. So it belongs to 17th group. Clear children? So that is how you have to place the elements in the groups. The next chemical property is atomic radius children, or size of the atom, or we call it as covalent radius children. So what is atomic radius? Atomic radius is defined as half the distance between 2 adjacent nuclei of 2 similar atoms in touch with each other, or half the distance between 2 nuclei of a diatomic molecule. For example, you can take hydrogen children, hydrogen. Here you write hydrogen, diatomic hydrogen molecule. So half the distance from this nucleus to this nucleus, if you draw, this becomes the distance between the 2 nuclei. Half the distance between the 2 nuclei of a diatomic molecule, we call it as what? Atomic radius. Half the distance. So this is the total distance children. In that you are taking half, the half distance. This we call it as what? Atomic radii or atomic radius. So what happens when we go across the period children? What happens to the atomic radii when you go across the period from left to right? So what happens when you move across the period from left to right? The atomic radius decreases children. The atomic size decreases. When you move from left to right, the atomic size decreases. Why the atomic size decreases? Because of the same energy level and more nuclear charge. Because of the same energy level and more nuclear charge. For example, if you can take, you can take sodium children. Sodium atomic number, as I told you, sodium atomic number is 11 children. So if you write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. And if you take magnesium 12, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So you find same energy levels children. So the whole period from left to right will have same energy level, but the valence electrons will be increased by 1, but the energy levels will be the same. So because of this, what happens? The atomic size decreases. You all understood children? So when you move from left to right, what happens to the atomic size? So atomic size decreases when you move from left to right because of the same energy level and more nuclear charge. What happens when you go down a group? What happens to the atomic size when you go down the group? The atomic size increases children. The atomic size increases. Why the atomic size increases? Because each atom has another energy level. Each atom has another energy level. So the atoms get bigger and therefore the atomic size increases. For example, If you take sodium, children, again you can take lithium. Atomic number 3. So 1s2, 2s1. And if you take sodium, 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So 3s1. Here what happens is, here this is second subshell. Here you have third subshell, children. So the energy levels are increasing. When you go down the group, the energy levels increases. So the atoms get bigger. The atoms get bigger and therefore the atomic size increases. The next property of periodic table is the metallic property, children. So what is metallic property? The tendency of an element to lose electrons to form positive ions or cations is called electropositive or metallic character. So what is metallic property, children? The tendency of an element to lose electrons. So you all know, children, metals, all the metals, towards the left side we have metals. These metals have the tendency to lose electrons and become cations or positive ions, and these are called as electropositive or metallic character. All the alkali metals, you can see, children, the first group elements are called alkali metals, the second group elements are called alkaline earth metals. Okay, from 3rd to 12th group elements, they are called transitional metals. So all this, especially the alkaline metals, are the most electropositive metals, children. And metallic property of element decreases as we move from left to right. As we move from left to right. When you move from left to right, the metallic property of the element decreases, because here the atomic size gradually decreases. Example, you can take sodium, children. Sodium atomic number is 11. It has got 1 electron in the outermost shell. Magnesium has got 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Aluminum has got 3 electrons in the outermost shell. So these electrons, 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons. So if you take, this is nucleus, take this. This is sodium, children, nucleus at the center, first shell, second shell, first cell, second cell, third shell. So in the third shell you find 1 electron. Okay, so outermost electrons move further away from the nucleus. The outermost electrons move farther away from the nucleus. So these electrons can be lost very easily. The electrons can be lost very easily. Therefore the metallic property decreases as we move from left to right. You all understood, children? So the reason is, you have to tell, the outermost electrons are very far off from the nucleus, and the attraction between the nucleus and the electrons will be very less. Therefore the electrons can be easily lost, and that's the reason there is decrease in the metallic property when you move from left to right. What happens to the metallic property as we move down the group? The metallic property increases as we move down the group. When you move down the group, the metallic property increases. Why, children? As the outer electrons are further from the nucleus and requires less energy for their removal. So for example, you can take here, children, lithium. Lithium has got only 2 shells, first shell, second shell. Sodium has got 3 subshells. Potassium has got 4 subshells. So because of the highest subshells here, the electrons are farther away from the nucleus and requires less energy for their removal, because they are far away from the nucleus. You can take with the diagram, children. If you take potassium, this is the nucleus. You can first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. So in the fourth shell you find 1 electron. So you can see the distance is very far off. So here the attraction between the nucleus and the electron is very less. So less energy is required for the electrons to remove. Therefore here the metallic property increases. Metallic character, children. Non-metallic character is the tendency of an atom to gain electrons. non-metals have the tendency, these non-metals have the tendency of gaining electrons, and that's why these are having the nature of non-metallic character or electronegativity, electronegative character. So what happens to the non-metallic character when you go down the group, children? When you go down the group, what happens to the non-metallic character? The non-metallic character decreases. The non-metallic character decreases. What makes the non-metallic character to decrease down the group is because the tendency of an atom to gain electron decreases. As you go down the group, the tendency of an atom to gain electron decreases. That's the reason the electronegative character decreases down the group. So what happens to the non-metallic character when you move across the period from left to right? The non-metallic character increases. The non-metallic character increases. So the non-metallic character increases because as you move from left to right, the non-metals have the tendency of gaining electrons. The more they gain electrons, therefore, as you move from left to right, the non-metallic character increases. When you come down the group, the non-metallic character decreases because non-metals have the tendency of gaining electrons. Understood, children? So these are some of the periodic properties. The first is, as I told you, children, it is the valence electrons. The second one is the valency. Third one, it is the atomic size, and fourth is the metallic, and fifth is the non-metallic character. So these are the periodic functions or periodic properties of the modern periodic table. Thank you, children.